defender there. He just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First down, Rodgers. The left side caught by Diggs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
On second down now. It's Drake, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Campbell steps away to his left. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Watch right, watch right, watch right, watch right. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Block with a quick throw out to Judy. Not much there, only a yard.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Melvin Ingram, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch the screen. Exit. Here. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Go! Motion. 58's the money. 58's the money.
They do go for it. It's Locke. And he connects with Ertz. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. Campbell making the catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 25-yard line.
Check. Lucky. Topper.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. False start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Locke. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Melvin Ingram in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Line 52, C6. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Better bring it. You better bring it.
Block working out of the gun. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
17 yards.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Zach Ertz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Browns nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, now Rodgers. He'll air this one toward Coleman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 40-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points and a 7-zip lead.
But you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
11 at the 36-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A quick throw outside by Locke. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
On first down, Drake. Down to the 25. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running from the shotgun with Drake. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play action, Rodgers. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5.
Rodgers pass.
That catch good for only a couple. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Rodgers pass intercepted.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go to 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Set, ready, 70 in. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check 26, 22, check bomber, 22, check bomber. Ready.
That's out to the left and complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lock. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Alert 3, 61, matchbox, right. Echo.
Throwing again. Lock. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But he's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the gun, Lock. 20! Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 32 on the play.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than it's... You have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Browns nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down in the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Rodgers. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mike Hughes. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
He was tackled at the 46.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It's a part now. 552. You ain't going nowhere. Let's try. Ready, go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
To throw again, Rodgers. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Rodgers to throw once more. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Rodgers pass.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6. At the Steelers' 30-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Rodgers pass intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Locke on the move to his left. Dancing to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball, but they've brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Football in this situation, Brandon, but this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On first down, it's Cook, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Complete.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
A field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it.
Check. 53 flow, Charlie. 53 flow. Oh, here we go. 53 flow.
Locked to throw for it on fourth. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Lock throwing complete here to Judy. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jerry Judy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You can see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35.
Rodgers pass.
Complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards.
1st down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return will stop right around the 25. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They'll actually throw it with Locke. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Escaping the pressure right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He's got room to run past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And that's caught inside the 35. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. One final try now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.